to the husk here. So the husk is bolted to it. The track is bolted to it. So
I
this is a
see.
very stable
This is not moving.
place. Yeah, everything's controlled
Yeah.
by this. Now,
What's this good thing? Looks like something you
that's
stand
called
on.
a receiver.
A what?
Receiver.
Receiver.
After you cut the last board and your carriage is coming back, you could step on that and it'll automatically reset the carriage.
Oh.
So, that was fancy stuff back then, I'm sure.
Wow, yeah. And this is maybe you said it already, is this the control?
That's where the sawyer stands and
Yes.
controls the direction and speed of the carriage by the action of these belts and pulleys right here. And that's what makes up the husk, basically.
So that literally, this thing here,
Yes.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
see
the
how it's
control
moving?
arm. Yeah,
Got it.
and the combination of pulleys and belts determines which way the carriage will move when you
Got
move it. You can see that's one Babbitt bearing there. You can see. Here you can
Oh,
see.
wow.
See this one here. This is a nice Babbitt bearing. You can see where they poured the Babbitt in it. And this is where you oil it. I oil it up good.
Yeah.
Always do that.
Needs a hand.
Well, it used to fit.
There we go.
What kind of oil do you need then?
What's that?
What kind of oil do you need on that?
Regular motor oil, 10W30 or something like that. Pretty much anything I've got.
Yeah.
Now this is the saw, the removable tooth saw. Got 36 bits going around, and this part here is called the shank, which holds the bit in the saw itself. And I'll show you the stuff out there that you use when you replace them. This thing here is called the saw guide, which prevents or limits the sideways movement of the blade.
Oh, yeah.
If you hit a big knot or something when you're sawing, you don't want to go in wildly out of control. So that limits it. And
You know, the interesting thing is you got to realize that it probably took generations for each one of these little improvements.
oh, no kidding.
You know, like, well, like the improvement you made
Yeah.
to the belt. It's like you just kind of keep looking at it and going, wait, this is that knot almost broke the whole thing. How do I fix that? Boom.
Absolutely.
Like it just generations of people figuring this out.
Oh, no
So
question about it.
exciting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this has got them all.
Yeah.
Now, talk about inventions. This thing here is critical of the whole thing. It's called a splitter. And they come in different shapes and sizes, but the basic function is the same. When you're sawing a log and a board's coming off, you want to be able to keep it away from the saw. Because the most dangerous thing is the board flops back on the saw and the saw catches it and shoots it back at
Like when you're hand sawing,
yeah, pretty much.
you just don't want it to just, yeah.
So, never had anything like a close call on that. This thing works very good in terms of making sure the boards fall off in a good way.
Yeah. What is the closest you've come to saying, I nearly died? Like what what moment did you go, ooh, can't ever do that again? Or have you just been on course all along?
Not on this thing. On table saws I've come close to that. But on this thing, it's so obvious that it's the end of things if you're not careful. I mean, it is a very dangerous thing in a way for that kind of accident.
Yeah.
But it's so unlikely, and that's why all these fences and gates are around this thing too, so other people around here don't get into belts and all that. So there are a lot
So
of
what
ways you
about
could get hurt on
sawyers
this
that
thing.
might have worked for you?
What's that?
Tom Sawyer's?
What about sawyers that might have worked for you? Are they still all alive or limbs intact?
Couldn't hear 'em really well.
What
She's
about
got all her fingers.
Yeah, there she is.
There she is.
So you haven't had people work for you or work with you that had an accident?
Nancy Lynn's the only one, and well, Nancy off bears once in a while, but she's my main man for sure on it, and we've been doing it for many years, and it's fun.
When did you buy it?
Boy, 20 years ago, I guess,
Okay.
or more.
And then a couple of years putting it together, and then.
Yeah.
How long did it take you once you had everything in place? What was it like to do that first saw?
Pretty exciting.
This is before YouTube,
Yeah.
so you had to figure it out.
You can go on their Facebook page
Yeah,
and see pictures.
It's
What,
like
130 pictures about the
Yeah.
first. It's pretty cool. I've looked at all.
Oh, about the first cut?
I don't recall exactly, but I remember feeling very satisfied that the thing was able to cut logs, make lumber. It's always made good lumber. You can see the marks on that camp that's there. It cuts nice straight lumber, which is one of the hallmarks of a good thing.
You know all the boards that we got to make those benches? That's all from here.
Yeah, they came off this sawmill.
Did you have a cell phone when you started her up and started sawing? A cell phone?
No,
You had a phone back of the house.
I guess. I'm not sure. That was a pretty isolated thing here.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't have had cell towers even if you had a cell phone out there.
Right.
So,
This is the cable that pulls the carriage through the saw and returns it, and that's what is the direction of that cable is what the lever there does for you.
Oh, okay.
Is that the original cable?
It is.
Wow.
It is. It's the one that was on it when I got it. It's pretty aged too.
Nels, how did you know how to put this together when there was no YouTube or did they have a manual?
There's some things on that table out there that I spent a lot of time looking at and reading. Yeah, it was fun to figure out exactly how it goes. Like this dust chain here, for example. This is driven off this belt here, and there's a differential up there which slows it down enough so that it doesn't compete with the RPMs of the blade, but it gives a nice regular flow of the chain around.
Oh, I see.
What does that do again?
Look at this thing.
It's a dust chain.
Take the sawdust
And
out.
I had some sawdust piles that went up to the wheel up there at one time.
That's
but-
what you usually see at a mill is piles of,
Yeah, it just piles it up.
yeah.
Wow, that's the coolest chain I've ever seen.
People like that. Like you get sawdust and they come and get sawdust,
Right.
so it's pretty well
For their
disappeared.
everything, their horse stalls, everything.
Dairy farms use them to get the manure out.